For those of you who have been following my updates about the very interesting incident that occurred last week in Greece, New York, a suburb of Rochester, New York. For those of you not familiar with the area, Greece, New York is basically a town located right on the outskirts of Rochester, New York, in essence, a suburb of Rochester. And the incident involved former Greece, New York police chief Drew Forsythe, who has since resigned. That's right. It's pretty clear that he was driving drunk. He was driving his police issued Chevy SUV Cruiser, which you see on the screen, and crashed. Then basically tried to flee the scene uh, and cover up the incident so he wouldn't be caught, and drove at least 5 miles on three wheels. You're looking at the vehicle here, at the cruiser, what's left of it, and the vehicle, the cruiser, was eventually transported to the Monroe County, New York crime lab located in downtown Rochester, New York. I made a video basically where I talked about, there you see the cruiser being backed up into the garage of the Monroe County, New York crime lab. I made a video about how they're basically going to go through this vehicle and turn it inside out. Um, by the way, if you notice on the right, the blonde hair woman to the right there, long blonde hair, that is Monroe County, New York District Attorney Sandra Doorley. Um, a lot of you didn't, no one really noticed. That's how serious they're taking this case. I'm telling you right now. She is no one to play with when it comes to prosecuting a cop who thinks he or she is above the law. That's Sandra Doorley, Monroe County, New York DA, right there on the right of the screen. Personally observing this cruiser being brought to the Monroe County, New York crime lab. But anyways, there are some reports, okay, that former Chief Drew Forsythe was at a business that night of the accident. By the way, the accident occurred around 1:30 a.m. But there are some reports that he was at a local Rochester, New York bar. That's right, a bar called Hot Shots. As you can see on the screen, Hot Shots is located on University Avenue in Rochester, New York. And I'm guesstimating here, but I'm going to say it's at least a good 10 miles, I'm going to say, from where the accident happened. Why is that important? Well, for several reasons. I heard it through the grapevine that there's been subpoenas served on Hot Shots for possible video surveillance of ex chief Drew Forsythe at the bar. So that could be interesting. It's also interesting because it shows the distance involved in his driving to the town of Greece where the crash occurred. Um, so that is interesting too, because obviously, it was quite a bit of a distance that he traveled. Um, and again, like I've said in other videos, no news channel here in Rochester, New York, no news outlet has called it what it is. Like I have called it, and I'm going to call it, like I'm going to say it now. He put innocent lives at risk, countless of innocent lives at risk by getting behind the wheel. This is a chief of police making the decision to drive drunk and get behind the wheel and endanger innocent people, innocent motorists. Um, and then after the crash, as a chief who should know better, he continued to drive on three wheels, which shows the intent, the intention that he had to cover this up. And of course, his own officers eventually responded to to him after he drove around about 5 miles from the accident again, and they helped further cover up the accident by not even performing any field sobriety tests, any breathalyzers, nothing whatsoever. But again, we're talking about the Greece, New York Police Department, a police department plagued with a long history of misconduct, corruption, and cover ups over the years. We're talking decades. So it's going to be interesting to watch as this develops, and if any video, comes to light showing former Greece, New York Police Chief Drew Forsythe's activities that night, because there has to be video of him out there. By the way, he was at a New York State Police party that night, but it seems like he made a few stops, including possibly at Hot Shots Bar and Grill. That's right. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching. I will stay on the story, and we will be updating it. Thank you for watching Davey V TV.